paradigm that marriage is inherently associated with just stability.
I get what you're saying. So yeah, there's definitely a mix of like arbitrarity in it. I'm trying to think of like, I don't remember the full story of like where marriage originally came from, like its original intentions, but marriage did come about as it was a purely pragmatic thing, because you think way back when there's less people.
Pragmatic for whom?
The thighs, motherfucker.
Hold on. No, we're just now live.
Oh, we're live, boys and girls.
It's been
3 weeks.
yeah, this I think this is 3 weeks today, yeah. Something like that.
Dude, how you been?
Do the same.
How you been, man? Oh, sheesh.
Good overall.
Yeah.
Some things I could complain about, some things I can't.
No, really? Well, what are the things you can complain about?
Oh, just random stuff. Things go up and down during the day.
It's so vague.
You ever have like a really good day, and it's like a great day, but by the end, something's like a switch will flip, and you'll just be like, "This is terrible. This is a terrible day."
This is a terrible day.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I probably should get that looked at. Oh, so I haven't told you. So Rachel, Caleb's girlfriend, showed me a post. It said, "Men who don't go to therapy make podcasts," or something.
Oh man,
and I was like,
that's well,
I can't argue that.
Sounds about right.
So if we end up going to therapy, that'll probably be the end of the show.
Yeah. So we should
maybe that's for the best. Maybe some people will be happy about that.
We should be as broken as possible so we can make a great product. It's kind of like artists. They make the best music when they're hurting.
Sometimes I also don't buy that, or at least I don't care for that trade-off.
No,
I've been that guy, and I don't want to be it anymore.
But wait, okay, so your last relationship, and don't give any details, but your last relationship, weren't you like super productive when you got out of it? Like super inspired? No,
I was depressed. No, it sucked.
Yeah,
it sucked. I was way more productive when I was in that relationship.
Oh shit, you one of those.
Yeah,
I don't know what those are, but no, I think
I was happy, so you have more energy and get more stuff done, I guess.
Man, you're a healthy person. I'm not. I'm more of a I'm more productive when I'm not in a relationship, which is weird.
It can depend. It's like if you're single compared to a bad relationship, yeah, you'll be more productive. But if you're in a really good one, then I think I was having a conversation. This is something a family member of mine said.
Does that mean I wasn't about it? Let's not talk about that.
Well, my aunt said, she's like, you think anger is strength, but she's like, you never seen what a man in love will do. And I was like, woo. It's interesting.
Oh, well, yeah, talking about man in love, what are the weirdest thing we've done for women?
The weirdest? Oh, man.
Yeah,
well, I told you.
Subject.
I told you I joined choir in like third.
Yeah.
Maybe in first grade, actually. That goes way back.
Damn.
Joined choir. I had no interest in singing, man. I didn't care about singing. I was playing football by that time. I grew up playing sports, and so I was the kind of sporty kid, and like I was like, joining choir, Dad. I had to explain, like, listen.
What'd you tell him?
I don't remember very well. I remember snapshots, but it's like, I think it was along the lines of like, there's this girl, and I may have actually tried to lie. I may have just been like, yeah, I'm into singing, Dad, too, so get used to it. I don't know what I said, but I knew I didn't
want to be a popular
I didn't
kid
care.
And mix with everybody.
I almost, like, I entered to go into like the honors version of where like there's not just kids who are in a choir class, but who can actually sing. I actually almost went to that level, like, or tried to.
Right.
So it's funny what things will lead you onto, because I didn't care about it when I got into it. I was just like...
And at the end, you ended up caring?
A little bit. I was like, this is interesting. Like, I'm not good at it, but this is interesting.
It's one of those movies. It's basically a plot of a movie. You start with the guy who started choir and is lying about loving choir, and then the girl's like, "Oh my God, you love choir so much," and then she catches him. She hears a conversation and where he's saying, "Oh yeah, no, I fucking hate choir, man. They're good people, but I fucking hate it. And then towards the end, you actually start loving choir, but she's like, "The fuck you! You hate choir. You're fucking nice." He's like, "No, I'm
did it
trying
for you."
That's like every half 50% of the movies. The 50% of romantic movies up until like maybe even now.
Hey, I'm a romantic. What can I say? I guess I was also like really little too, but I didn't have the courage to see it all the way through. Although it wouldn't have worked out between us.
It wouldn't have worked out. No happy ending.
Nah, she was like, it was literally love at first sight though. It was like a lightning bolt hit me.
I
when
mean,
first, I was
listen,
like, my God.
you were in first grade. You
Like
never
first
hear
or
about
third
this.
grade, something like that.
You never hear about those stories though. You know what I mean?
Usually you don't, I guess. Yeah.
Like a story of we've known each other since first grade.
Oh, like it actually.
Yeah.
Like, every now and then, like Jordan Peterson, I guess him and his wife like lived on the same street when they were kids.
Oh, really?
So she was kind of always around. Like I never had like I moved. I didn't move all the time. I moved at just like major points in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved at the end of elementary, then I moved at the end of middle school.
Mm.
So I would like build up friends and then like leave. And so I think that's definitely part of what made me like the not like loner like emo type, but just like naturally more alone kind of person. But so yeah, like I don't have that continuity of knowing people. I got one good friend, Keegan, my brother. If he watches this, you're gonna meet him. It's the guy you're gonna meet when we go down to Texas.
Oh, you should record one up in.
We should definitely record something while we go down there.
Yeah,
we should.
I mean,
we probably should
we'll
have him on
to.
it.
Well, we'll kind of have to because
Yeah, we should probably have him on it, honestly. But he's a good friend. Oh, I got a crate. You want to hear just random story?
Yeah.
So this was in middle school. This is how Keegan and I met. And this is a story like when I tell it, like it sounds like I tell it all the time. I don't, but it sounds made up. But I swear to God, it's true. It was weird to me in the moment, and it's weird to me now. Okay. It's funny. The first day I moved to this new middle school, we had recess, and I was so shy, man. Like I was shitting my little pants, man. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, how is I'm sure a lot of people out there move schools, so you know how it is. Even if you just go from the same town to a middle to high school or something like that. But first day of middle school. It was recess time, and I get out there, and I don't know how it started, but it ended up, I had, like, not all the girls, but, like, a pack of girls, like, chasing me throughout the entire, like, we had, like, a grassy area, and then, like, a playground area, and a basketball court area.
I can just picture you fucking running your...
I ran the entire time, and then I had, this is how we met, my now buddy Keegan, he goes... You want some help, man? Because this is right before, like, girls are kind of like you. Like, I feel weird feelings, but also I can't like you because you're a girl. You're still right at that cusp of that age. And I was like, yes, I need help. And he would, like, block them off and let me run away, and he would keep doing that. I met a little girlfriend that way, though. She was one of the ones who kept pursuing me. But, yeah, I ran. Like, I remember doing that. I was like, this doesn't feel, this is happening? I was like, wow. Thanks for the attention, I guess. It's like, so weird.
I was so shy, but I got all the girls.
Nah, none of them. One. But I was running around. I was like, wow.
What do you mean? They were chasing you, literally.
I was just a novelty. I was the new kid, I guess.
Novelty.
I looked like everyone else. I don't
know. But yeah, no, dude. I don't know. I don't think I've had have a.
Well, you carried a book 5 miles for a girl.
Yeah.
They say chivalry's dead, man. No.
Yeah. I was a fucking... I don't know if it's chivalry or if it's just stupidity, but it's something.
It's a fine line, isn't it? Like, what's the line between, like, you're, like, a really good dude, like, you're doing a honorable thing for a lady, and... like, you've got really deep insecurities that you need to resolve because you're acting like a child right now. It seems like there's a very thin line in between those two.
It's fucking intermingle. You can't. Yeah.
It's a question of trust, I guess. Who's worth it? I don't know.
Bro, I tell you what, it's tough to even to even figure out who's what or what's what, because I don't know. It feels like, okay, even dating, online dating, right?
It's terrible. It's terrible, man.
I
If you want something meaningful,
you can find something. I found something meaningful on there, right? The first time, but dude, afterwards you're just like, why am I even here? Oh, it was all the way. Why am I even here? Why am I trying to talk to you? I guess maybe this is therapy.
get it out.
Yeah, no,
Let me
like,
go get my lab coat, even though therapists don't wear lab coats. That was a terrible joke.
oh wow, I'm laughing.
Not for the reason I intended, but okay, I'll take it.
So no, but no, it's tough because you gotta have game. You have to be fun, and in some ways it might feel ungenuine. You know, it's
You mean like especially when you first meet someone?
yeah. Everything is forced. You know, just be yourself, but you're never 100% yourself. Like you want to be yourself, right?
You want to be the best self.
Yeah, you want to be your best self,
Yeah.
right? But you regress to.
We get comfortable.
Yeah, and I don't want that. Like, why is it that I can't just fucking be?
Be with someone else.
Yeah, no, just be, and you like what you see, great. You know? Maybe it's just that's just an insecurity. It seems like it is.
I mean, I see where you're coming from. I think it's like, yes, you should be able to just be like, you would not want to be in a relationship where you felt like you were where it became work because you had to put on some sort of a show for this person. You wouldn't want that. You would want to be able to you need to be able to show your true self, the ugly side of yourself, and hope to God that person, you know, hears you out and is there to like sit through it for however long, you know, that takes. But also you need to also not like sit in that and kind of be working towards a because like, I mean, me personally, not that I see a point to marriage outside of having kids. I get it. Like, I think we are genuinely, I think we're built to be with someone for life. I think that's true. But for the most part, I personally, I don't know if I'd get married unless I were planning on having kids, which I do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a big point. And so once I thought about that, I was like, that really puts the whole thing in perspective. It's
Okay.
like,
Hold
because
on.
it's not just you.
Hold on. What is this? What is this construct of society that we have to get married to have kids?
So you can bring up the child in a stable family unit.
What's it's not we're not stable. Like, I'm playing. Okay, my
devil's
role.
advocate,
Yeah. My role here is gonna be just playing devil's advocate.
No, this would be good because I need to be challenged here. Hold on, I'm gonna take
my nuts. Why are you touching my nuts, man? Don't touch my nuts. It makes me uncomfortable.
That's going on the intro. I just realized I've been holding this laptop the entire time.
At least you didn't put your seatbelt on this time.
I'm learning. It's like I'm swapping addictions here. Anyway, okay, your devil's advocate point.
Right. So, what is this construct of society where we have to get married? The idea of being married sounds like we're gonna be in a stable relationship.
So you're saying it's arbitrary?
It's true. It truly is. 50% of marriage.
Yeah.
I can't whistle.
Okay, so like, let me ask this again so I make sure I'm getting this right. So what's the point of? You can't whistle?
I think
We'll work on it later.
I'm way too distracted to whistle.
So, so hold on. What's the point of marriage?
Yeah.
Okay, rephrase that again for me so I want to answer the right question here.
What do you mean?
Like,
what's the point of marriage? What is this construct of society that just tells us, or
You have to be married to
Yeah,
have kids.
that we have to be married to have kids. That marriage represent a stable relationship, or every like it's seen. It's just it's not really prejudice. It's just this paradigm that marriage is inherently associated with just stability.
Uh-huh.
It
I get
doesn't.
what you're saying. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's definitely a mix of like arbitrarity in it. I'm trying to think of like I don't remember the full story of like where marriage originally came from, like its original intentions, but marriage did come about as it was a purely pragmatic thing. Because you think way back when there's less
Pragmatic
people.
for whom?
Pragmatic usually for poor people, I believe. Yeah, because okay, think of a man. You need to pass on your genes. You need to make sure that offspring is raised, right?
Mm-hmm.
By being forced legally to stay together with this other person, you at least, as appearances go, ensure that that kid should be raised to full adulthood, and then you spread on your genes. You know, it's a pragmatic thing. It's not really so much how you feel about that spouse. It's like, can you two? We're going to force you to stay together legally, so you can raise this child.
Mm-hmm.
Unless because otherwise, dad runs off. Issues with the kid growing up without a father, blah blah blah, or mother dies giving
Birth
that's a different
and
thing. That's
blah,
not
blah, blah.
that's not illegal
but
contract.
what it insinuates is that we, as a society, we're not responsible for our offspring because we can just put them out there out in the world and just go away, go fuck around. But it doesn't make any sense. But as a society today, I don't think we have the same basis. We don't have the same rules, or at least we don't have the same mentality, because people today are much more self-aware, and in addition to be self-aware, they're much more responsible, because we all thought how to get to be brought up in the right way. I mean, there's still some fucked up people, right? But at the same time, you're just like, no, you're not gonna leave your kid. Like, even the black community, you don't see it as much. I picked up a lot of people. I see a lot of dad. Even when they're pissed, the kid is still next to them.
Yeah.
They don't run off.
I would push back and say we're more self-aware, but we're less responsible.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you, how do you mean we're less responsible? We don't.
How many adults can you point to in this world right now?
Oh, I can't. It all seems like we're all kids with the old people just running the world, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody else is just are just, maybe the kids see us as adults, but because we're in adulthood, we don't see ourselves as adults. And maybe that's.
I think part of it is like, specifically with you and I, like we're still learning. Like we're still. Yes, I'm grown, but there's a difference between me and a 40-something-year-old man still. Like, there's more to learn, but looking at, and unfortunately this is looking at media, so it's not the best example, but it kind of is because they do lead the culture, is like, I see very few grown people acting in adult ways. Like, it seems like...
Just because of social media.
That, and I think... people don't realize the reach they have. I think we live in a very comfortable society. I think people are also, by nature, and just as simple, just because of the luxuries we have. Like, I think people are naturally more narcissistic right now, and so you get people in positions of power who don't handle it the most responsible.
When you say power, are you talking about
great influence,
power?
even
Great
in general, it can be whatever. Whether you're a celebrity or whether maybe not celebrity, but maybe you're a public figure in some manner.
But I think in some ways it just shows that we're all humans. It doesn't matter. We all go to the fucking bathroom and drop deuces. We all wear our pants the same way. Like, you don't put two legs in one. One leg of the pant. We're all the same. And so it shows that we're all human at the same time. So, like, it goes back to my point of saying... It goes back to, like... It's just a construct.
Marriage?
Yeah.
Marriage? Yeah, well, exactly. I think that's why I said the whole I don't see the point. I leave a 2% room. Like, if you just love this person so much, you want to spend the rest of your life with them. I don't. We'll get on this later, but that's why I said that. It's because I think marriage it's an arbitrary construct as far as the legal side of it goes, because it's like, I know I want to have children. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to find someone who I really like to be with in order for that to happen. And then that's why I was bringing up the adult thing, because like, you're going to have to find someone else
That's an adult.
who will be adult with you and be like, look, you're going to piss me off sometimes, and I am going to want to leave at some point or another. But I'm going to stay anyway, because why? Because, well, I want to have kids. It's for the betterment. And another thing, let's think
what if you want to leave in the first 10 seconds?
What?
What if you want to leave in the first 10 seconds?
That's not a relationship. Then you don't date that person.
Anyway,
That should be easy. But then it starts to be like, well, I think we, again, fall into the trap. We think self-centeredly, naturally. And so it's like, why would I want to do this? Why would I want to do that? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, for whatever multiple reasons, we seem to have lost the value of doing things outside of ourselves, or for not necessarily fully altruistically, but for other people. It's like, do we ever think about the next generation? The only time I ever hear about millennials or Gen Z is usually poking fun at them. But I don't hear anything about what are we doing to make sure they have something to... What are we doing... What are we doing to preserve anything for them? Like, you don't hear anything about the future in that way. Like,
I think
it's all about what we want now.
I think everything and anything we're doing for the next generations is just more of selfish evolution. Like, oh, we want to build the biggest. We want to build this. We want to build this system. Although it involves a civilization, but it's also very selfish, because it's a very human and innate endeavor. Like, okay, so I want to build this app, and this app is gonna bring everybody together. But I want to build it because I'm super interested in what I can do personally. I'm super interested about the chase, about the hunt, about seeing if I can do this. As a big picture wise, sure, I brought everyone together. But small picture was always about myself. And we're doing that as a... We keep evolving. We keep growing. We're doing that as a society. We're doing that not as a society, but as individuals. And unconsciously, we're bringing that to the whole. Like, we don't have the big picture, but some people very non-selfishly see the big picture, right? And I don't, and that's why some people are trying to go to Mars. Some people are trying to cure cancer. Some people are trying to replant trees.
I like you're hitting on something I've been dealing with, like, really going over in my head, like, almost constantly lately. And I don't know, tell me what you think of this, but it's like, I have this issue with, I never want to feel like I'm being overly selfish. Yeah, by definition, you have to be self-interested. But it's always come up in my mind as an issue. Is like, what are the reasons I'm doing this for?
Money.
Well, in any given situation. Like, seriously, I'll run down these weird rabbit holes sometimes. Like, why am I friends with this person? Like, am I doing it because I genuinely appreciate this person, or am I doing it because I'm getting some other benefit that has nothing to do with it? It's like, weird stuff.
Yeah, it's a weird mix. It's what society is, and you battle.
I guess it's both.
In some ways, you battle with it. It's the untold of how society works, but you just know and you just do it. But that's just how society works, and you just have to either keep questioning it or accept it. But no, you're right. It's you're always asking yourself. But I think it's because your conscience is just...
I have a giant conscience sometimes.
It's just fucking with you. It's just
does.
like, hey,
I don't know.
It's just like what's his name? Chris D'Elia was like, hey, Hey, so I was just wondering, don't get mad. What if what you're doing right now is just very because you just want to fuck this girl? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What if you walked 5 miles just because you just wanted to? I'm just saying. You're just sitting there like, why'd you have to bring this? I was fine. I was happy walking.
I thought I was a good person now before.
Why you want to bring this up? And then your conscience goes, so I just want to throw that out there. What if she doesn't? What if she doesn't? You know, she just takes the book and just leaves you high and dry. What are you gonna do then? It's like, you bitch! You bitch!
You're gonna blow out people's ears, dude.
Yeah.
You have to give a warning.
But yeah,
I don't know. I like to think, like, I like the idea. I think it's true. I like the idea that we're all made, in a sense, for certain general purposes. And you kind of know what that purpose is by generally what you gravitate to, what your interests are.
yeah.
Not that those can always be pure, but by following your interests, you're in the, correctly at least, you're servicing society in some way. I think we're built naturally to evolve, to coexist, and to help serve other people to an extent. Like, so, I don't know where you want to go from there.
No, I think I agree with it. I think it's truly it's most of this is just selfish act, just curiosity in general, or the will. They're many factors. Some of them are just really unselfish, just altruistic. But at the same time, it's a lot of them are because they're just narcissists.
You can secretly be doing stuff for people so you just only look good, for sure. And there's also an issue, like,
Go ahead.
I was like, I run the risk of sounding or being like a martyr, and that's not good either. It's like, you need to take care of yourself. No one else is going to take care of you. You need to do those things. But at the same time, it does bother me. It's like, well, the average is to be selfish. And I don't like that. I don't like to do what everyone else does all the time. There's a place for that, but it's like, so no one is going to try to actually do anything better. You're just going to accept things as they are. Like, that just really, I don't know. Like, I don't know where that comes from. I don't know what that means.
So,
it's like, that really bothers me.
So let's touch on a subject that I don't know much about. At least just yet. I'm trying to learn about it. So take Cardano. It's a crypto Cardano. Cardano. Let's see, I don't even know the name. It's a cryptocurrency, ADA. It's a ticker, and the founder of that cryptocurrency is I've been working on what's his name on Ethereum. You've heard about that? So Ethereum is another fucking Siri. I didn't call you. Thank you. So he's a founder. He's one of the co-founder of Ethereum. So these two cryptocurrencies, they're bringing about a new era when it comes to financial services, right? And these financial services are it's everything that you've seen from insurance to, but not necessarily just financial services, also healthcare, all these little things that are really inefficient. Those are brought about in the new world. Like, you see how social media, you're just literally connecting people. Within seconds, I can talk to my parents living on literally the other side of Earth in Africa, just by going beep 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 beep. Hello, mama. You know, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, more Sherry," or something like that. I don't know, but you can connect within 2 seconds. But that one thing, that connectedness has never been updated, or been reached its full speed with the financial system, with the healthcare system. Those are very, very old structures.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's old structures, it's old money. And because it's old money, it's money that's trying to stay protected. And they don't want to change. Because it's their money.
That's an old issue.
Right. And that's just a construct. But because we have this new internet money, which is cryptocurrency and all this other stuff, but they're bringing about a new, not necessarily new, just an update to all this system, all these structures that are still living in the 80s or the 70s or the, you can, swipe your card or tap your phone and you can pay for something. That's great. But think about this, you can't send money to Africa without that taking 2 days. Or it can be instantaneous or instantaneous, something fast. Okay, let's speak that word. But it's but still you're paying so many fees for that, right? And it's so centralized. So where was I going with this?
I don't even know. I went down the hole with you, so we're both stuck.
Wait. So, fuck.
We talked about altruism and.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yourself.
So so that's what I was trying to say. So these people building these systems, the founders of these currencies, right? Not necessarily currencies, but structures, new structures. They're building these systems. It's because of I would think that they're just really. It's altruistic in some ways, but they're just really trying to lead, and do something they've decided to do. Of course, they want to help, and there's the big headlines, and they're gonna go down in history as being the founders of these. Like that's how history is being written right now. Like we're barely scrolling over it. But that's history is being written right now. Just like what's his name? You had Carnegie, you had Ford. All these guys created this huge. They're just behemoth of
literally changed the world.
Yeah, just because they wanted to have cars.
They had an instinct. To do so.
Right there. They got into history, and these guys are going down in history for the same reasons. But those are kind of selfish reasons.
They are. It's like,
out of a need, they go off of a need. Oh, this needs to be done. I don't have anything else to do. I might as well do it.
And then the question I have is like, it doesn't bother me 100%, but it's like, why does that bother me at all? It's like, I don't know why. It doesn't really make sense. I can't figure it out.
Maybe. I don't think it's a insecurity. I think it's more of a need to justify
why I'm doing something.
No, not necessarily why you're doing something. It's more of a need to justify. It's guilt. In some ways.
Yeah,
are we talking about the same thing here?
It is a bit. No, you're right. It is a bit of a guilty feeling. You're right. Guilt for what? Dude, this is therapy. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's fucking therapy. Oh, we should have called this therapy with dudes or something.
Cheaper than therapy.
Oh, dude, I think this should be the name. I'm 100% now. I'm 100%.
Wow.
We're probably not gonna make it the name. But cheaper than therapy, I think this is what we need to call it.
Let's get a vote.
I'm just.
Hold on. Okay, so guilt. That's I gotta figure. I don't know. Huh?
Why do you feel guilty?
Why
Why is this a sense of an imposter syndrome or?
I don't know. I think it ties in with religion. And my struggle with religion.
Yeah. Did you go to church? Because I have.
Oh, yeah.
That this is the same thing. I think religion just what's the word, conditions you to feel guilty about good stuff or about being selfish.
It's definitely. I
And
think it
since
definitely
it's-
is that actually.
And since it's from inception, that shit stays with you.
Inception. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, that shit stays with you until you die.
Yeah. I think you can get rid of it if it's negative, but the issue I have with it is like, it's so funny. I value so many things. Talking specifically about Christianity, like I really like they resonate with me very deeply, but not all the way up to the point that I can call myself a Christian because I don't. So it's a very weird thing. Like,
No, but you walked away from Christianity because of your need. I feel like at least maybe that's my thinking.
my own desires.
Yeah,
is why.
your
And things didn't make
desire
sense to me.
to be your own man without having this just this ceiling to hold you from thinking outside the box, but you still have these very strong values that America's been built on.
Yeah.
Because America is a Christian country, isn't it?
I
mean, freedom of religion, sure, but
you can debate about the label, but the morals behind it, I'd say, ideally, they stem from Christianity.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
So, like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, cheaper than therapy. I think we want to be fun and all that, but I think this is it. I think this should be the
Cheaper
name.
than therapy. I think I'm okay with that.
yeah. I guess
Huh.
you see. That's another thing. I think sometimes instead of asking yourself, "Oh, is this gonna work? Is this gonna be this? Is this gonna be that?" Oh, you're studying, and that goes for me because it's what I'm trying to do right now, being on crypto market, on the spot market. It's weird. It's not the stock market. It's the spot market.
The crypto is?
Yeah, crypto.
Interesting.
And there's perpetual market when you do buy. Anyway, that's a little boring. Anyway, so yeah, we'll come back to the at one point. But no, it's from it comes from the need of you just have to start doing it and then figure it out as you go, as you're doing.
Yeah.
Because there's one story too about okay. I'm definitely not gonna talk about crypto because that's all I've been
Do
doing.
it. Yeah, you've been knee deep in crypto lately.
Yeah, no, I've been knee deep. Like I
You've
wake
been
up,
neck deep in crypto.
I think up to my hair.
Yeah. Hey, which looks good, man.
Oh, thank
like
you.
I can't wait for it to be fully grown.
I think I'm not gonna go the whole Afro thing. I'm just gonna pull off a Hitler. I shouldn't say that, but it's just the
If anyone could say it, you could.
It's just the hairstyle.
I got blue eyes. I gotta watch out.
Yeah, and you know that mop top and
Yeah.
you have, and then the sides are.
That'd be cool.
What's that? The crew cut? Is that what is it?
High and tight.
High and tight, something like that. But I'm just gonna do that with braids.
That'd be
I
cool.
guess.
I'm thinking about pretty much doing that again this summer.
Yeah, I mean that's what you're rocking right now.
Yeah, it's just a little longer than I normally have it, but.
But yeah, no.
Why are we talking about our hair?
Yeah, we're just sideways. No, cheaper than therapy.
ADHD.
ADHD, big time.
Okay, so yeah, you've been.
Dude, oh fuck, I'm excited about the name. I think we're onto something here. Cheaper than therapy.
We gotta thank Rachel. Special thanks to Rachel.
Special thing to Rachel. We hope you guys make it. You are the example.
Oh, we didn't release that episode.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did a whole episode we didn't release.
Yeah,
that's an inside joke.
That was rough. That was rough. Inside jokes. Oh, you see, that's sad. Anyways, no, it comes like, it feels like you just have to fucking do it sometimes.
Yeah, there's the impulse to do something, and you sit there trying to be like rationally like,
yeah.
Okay, this is point A, where's point B, why is point B, and then you're like, I don't know.
I
don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, of course you have to think about, oh yeah, am I doing this the right way? You have to weigh out the pros and cons and blah, blah, blah. And where are you trying to go with this? Are you fully committed? And then once you know you feel fully committed, just fucking do it. Everything is gonna come together as you go, which is what we're doing right now. Is what I'm trying to say.
This was literally, this whole thing was spurred of. I remember you literally one day were like, "Hey, you want to do a podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do a podcast."
Let's fucking do a podcast, man.
We had no idea.
But I have so many like stories that I've read that kind of go around like about this same subject. Right? Okay, so let's take the first one. What's his name? I can't even remember his name, but he's one of the leader in crypto. Again, I've been knee deep.
Don't apologize. It's fine. Honestly, you should bring this up more because I know, like I said, like nothing.
Dude,
about
you should
this world.
invest.
I don't even know where to start. Like,
I'm gonna be one of those. You should invest in crypto. You know,
Help
there's
me.
Skirts.
Help me, man.
There's this skirts, and you know you're gonna make a lot of money out of it.
That's probably not gonna sound.
No.
We'll talk. We'll talk about that.
But no, crypto people sound like junkies.
Sounds a little like a cult.
Yeah, it sounds a little like a cult sometimes. Yeah. But it's great because that's what it's being bringing to the world. Because now these days, like I was talking to my brother, there's one last step we need to figure out. But I was talking to my brother. I can literally send him money for the project that we're working on. Seconds. But you before you could only do that through Western Union or MoneyGram.
That's kind of like, that reminds me of like the Telegram a little bit, like an invention on that level.
That's what.
Arguably, this is bigger than that though.
So the guys that I was trying to talk about is like, what's his name? I can find his name, but he's the founder of FTX. Is one of those crypto, and this guy literally made his billions playing arbitrage. And arbitrage is kind of like...
Billions?
Billions.
Oh my god.
Millions to billions, because right now he's a billionaire and he's 28, which gives me hope because I'm 27. Maybe I'll get there.
This year's year, baby.
One more year.
You got it.
No, but he's literally made his money playing arbitrage between crypto from one exchange to another. So how you play arbitrage is you see, especially for currencies, so say for you see on one exchange that the dollar is worth $1, right? But on another exchange, just because of delay or this economic current just some delay, liquidity from inefficiency, you see the dollar is gonna be worth $1.10.
Okay.
So imagine you put in $1 million here, and you transfer that money to the other base, the very basis.
So you're getting 10 cents per dollar extra
per dollar.
Times $1 million.
So that's times $1 million. That's $100,000, and that's what he did to make his money.
And he came from money apparently.
No, he just had a pool of friends.
Okay.
But I mean, he went to MIT, so there's
Smart.
that too, right?
Yeah.
So, but you see that type of thing. That's the kind of thing that you do on exchange markets, and it's big money for sure. But so that with something like that, you have. But he did it on a much bigger scale. I'm talking couple millions, and he was doing that a few times every day. But he didn't know it was gonna work until he actually started doing it. It was like, oh, is this gonna work? Then he started. He tried with $200. It worked. It was like, no, there's no way people haven't
There's
seen
that
this.
speed limit, right? That pops in your head. You're like, this makes sense. I see how this should all work. It should work. But then the voice creeps up and it's like, don't do it. Like it's not been done before.
Right,
but, you know,
why
like,
is this a scam? How are people not doing that? Like,
People,
but he literally had to travel to Hong Kong, Japan. Is it Japan? Yeah, Hong Kong is Japan.
No, Hong Kong's China.
China. He literally had to travel to China because the exchange were in a different country, and open an account. But you can't open an account if you're not Chinese. So he had to hire a Chinese person and hire attorneys to go talk to the bank and tell them, because it looked like money laundering.
Ah.
But it's not. Technically it is,
Wow.
but it's not.
Wow.
But that's how he literally made millions by transferring money here and there.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
That's
it
brilliant.
is. It is brilliant.
Yeah.
But anyways, dude, it's kind of the same when you're doing the stock market. I mean, the spot market. That's what I want.
Yeah, I need to let you go off on your rants more because like I'm learning from you about all this, and it's an interesting world because I come from the opposite world. I come from the like creative
Yeah.
world.
You're just
Speaking of,
yeah, your
this is
stories. No.
oh, other than that, we'll get to that too. Thank you. Did you see what Game of Thrones' Twitter tweeted out?
No.
He said winter's coming. That's it.
My reaction is completely
Bro,
out of
I
because
told
I've
you.
never seen any.
As soon as I have been bitching about the final season, so, like everyone else, but I was like, if they're going to remake anything,
fuck.
do that. As soon as they said they're
How?
remaking the last season
How?
of Dexter, my first thought was Game of Thrones. Is like, if Dexter can do it,
Game of
come on, baby.
Okay,
Dude,
listen.
I don't know if that's what it
did
is. I heard it and then it went away and I haven't heard anything yet. I need to look more into it, but nobody knows.
Let me
All
see.
they said was winter is coming, and
Oh
people
my
are speculating.
god.
So it could be anything, but boy, am I excited.
No, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way they're not putting out another season. Granted that I've never watched a season.
You never wait. I thought you did.
No, I'm one of those.
But you've heard of the hate of it, right?
There's hate thrown around. Shibuchi
Yeah, and you don't even watch it.
Dogecoin. Fall. Yeah, Doge has been going crazy.
I've been hearing about this.
Yeah, Doge. Dude, I caught I caught a few percent of the jump, and my dumb ass left my money on the market. I gave it all back.
Oh boy, that'd be what I would do. 'Cause I don't know what I'm doing.
The funny part about this, because dude, when you're on the market, seriously, it's fucking ecstatic. I'm fucking ecstatic.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm trading, I'm fucking excited.
alive.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
I'm truly
Yeah,
alive.
fishnet.
I'm like, fucking.
And you're scooping
I'm
money
like,
out.
Yeah, this
It's
looks
liquid
bad.
gold.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but
Find-
I'm like,
find
yo, this looks great. but then when I get out or I lose, I'm like, oh, you got me.
You got me.
I'm not even mad that I lost money. Sometimes
You're just excited to be doing it.
I guess
I'm happy to be nominated.
Yeah, I'm happy
Thank you for
to
having
be
me.
here. Can you give me a participation trophy, please? Just the one right there, the little one. The little
Participation
one.
trophy of $100,000.
But yeah, no. Let me see. Winter is coming.
Just search Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Game of Thrones. Oh, look at that.
Scroll and see if
Sander Raven. Oh. When was the last tweet?
it was at least a week ago, I think. Around a week ago.
Oh,
Honestly,
Evan.
it'd probably be easier to just search it generally, Game of Thrones Twitter, winter's coming or something like that, and then
GOG. Winter's coming. I'm sure people retweeted it, so it's coming.
we're staring at a phone right now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we still winter is coming. Pancake.
they have this the prequel show coming out, but I don't know. It doesn't seem quite like that. It feels different. So I don't know.
Game of Thrones 2011 cinematic. Okay.
Anyway, so
Yeah,
it happened.
whatever.
They can look it up. But yeah, so I decided I'm doing monthly short horror stories.
Oh yeah, your stories were.
Yeah, you read them.
It was out there, dude. Okay, so you caught me off guard with the first one. I was expecting some kind of build up to where it's gonna be like a story. So there's this anime that I've watched, one of the last anime I've watched until I went on this crazy rant about crypto. That's like, it's called I can't remember the name. Great. So let's just skip. But in this anime, you have kids that are in an orphanage.
Don't give it away now.
You find it pretty early.
Yeah.
It's in the first episode.
No, I meant my story.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
So in the first episode, you find it pretty quick, and they're these kids. Where did I watch it? doesn't matter. There's these kids. They're in an orphanage and they're growing up, you know. And at 12, you notice at 12, they're just, you know, or maybe not necessarily at 12, but they get adopted and they never write back. They just go away.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day, one of their really good friends got adopted, and then he went away. Right, mm-hmm. So the mama, the caregiver, caretaker. I was about to say caretaker.
Mm-hmm. Caregiver.
Undertaker. ADHD is great. So the caregiver walked the kid outside, mm-hmm. right, and there was a truck there, but the kid forgot his little doo-doo. Is that what you call it? The doo-doo? The thing that you carry, and when you're a kid, you're running around all the time with
Blankie?
The Blankie.
Yeah.
It's Blankie, I guess. We call it doo-doo.
Oh, okay. And I was like, that's a different thing.
Yeah, that's a different
thing. A whole other issue there.
Yeah, so he forgot his doo-doo. So two kids, because they're all 12. Past 12, there's no kids past 12 there.
Oh, okay.
Right? So the older two older kids, they run back.
Mm-hmm.
They run back to give him his blankie. And then they get there, and it's like, oh, where is he? And then they look inside, and then they see a little bit of blood, and it's like, what the fuck? And then they look inside the truck. The kid is dead.
Oh my god.
With a rose in his chest. And then they just stand there like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But then there's two monsters, demon, that come out around, and he sees the two kids see the demon, and then they're rushing underneath the truck. So the demons are like, oh yeah, this one's it's an okay harvest, but they look so good though. I want to eat them. It's like, you can't eat them. It's for the big guy, but they'd be so great for food,
dude.
So the whole orphanage is just a farm.
Yeah. Ah, that's brutal. I thought of a story like that before.
Yeah, so your story but in the, like for this anime, it had that was the setup for the story.
Mine was just it, yeah.
Well,
was just a short story
like that, and then I was like, "Oh, what's gonna happen?" And you just cut short, like, "Fuck you."
I remember we were talking about the ending, and you got it, and it clicked finally, and you were like, "Oh,
this is dark.
It's gonna be."
But it's really good.
What did you see my title for it?
No, Mama.
No,
Wait.
no. The title for the overall, the short stories as a whole,
no,
like the series.
I don't think I paid attention to that.
I just posted on Instagram. So James Evans' art, if you guys want to find it, it's on Webtoons. It's going to be on Webtoons. Called God Lives in Hell. There's a story behind that name.
Boy,
I will share with you later. But it was an interesting way I came about that name. So
damn, that's.
I've got to go. So
gotta go too.
Good to be back, and we'll do this again next week. And I would say we're gone, but I can't do it until.
All right. So what is it? What is it? Cheaper Than Therapy is out. I think
Cheaper Than Therapy. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
We might have to change the name.
Yeah. From No Rule Book to Cheaper Than Therapy. I like it.
Over and out, guys.
Over and
Bye.
out.